All right, we're going to be talking about the OOPS method on selling online profitably and simply. But OOPS, I got to tell you, man, I have made so much money from OOPS headlines. I cannot tell you how often, because I almost look forward to them. Like when I make a mistake and I send out an email with the wrong links in it, it gives me an excuse legitimately to send out an email that said oops. And this particular one was really bad. You know that Zoom, every single time you make a change to the webinar, you change the date, you change the time. Every single time you make a change on Zoom, what it does is it sends out an email to everyone who's pre-registered for the webinar. And in this webinar, we had more than, I think it's like almost 1,600 people registered for the webinar, which is crazy. Now, a lot of people expect that we're just gonna, we've kind of trained our audience that they can always go find the webinars in the members area, which is fine, because people in Easy One Up, a lot of our members are in Easy One Up. They're all over the world. A lot of them are in Europe. It's the middle of the night over there. And a lot of people are in Australia. Ton of people in the Philippines and all over Asia. It's blowing up right now in Asia right now. And what we want to do is bring our global family together around something that is really simple and that works for everyone. And here's another analogy for the OOPS, for the OOPS acronym. It stands for offer, which is really figuring out, is this a good offer? One of the keys to making money online is really, really the offer. The reason Starbucks sells so much coffee is because the offer is really good. And you have to realize you're not buying a cup of coffee. You're buying a whole experience. You're buying the experience of sitting down with someone, or standing usually, and talking to someone and ordering your latte exactly the way you want with pumpkin. Have you noticed that most people don't just order straight off the menu at Starbucks? And that's what makes a great, great offer. Any comments, Alan, about the offer and the importance of the offer in building money and making money online?
Yeah, so there has to be, proven background, reputation, statistics, all that nerdy technical stuff. But there's really easy ways to tell, if an offer is going to most likely convert well or not, depending on lots of different things. But usually, you need to make sure that the product is popular, and it's a good, solid offer that genuinely solves a problem. And then it's usually pretty easy to sell. But the big thing is the big idea, something that makes the product unique, and a unique selling point of the offer. And that usually, because we all like new stuff that is intriguing to us. And so if someone likes, if someone sees like this new thing, like how to do whatever, right, regardless of the industry, that is the shock value that you need to think about. And if an offer has that, then usually it sells pretty well.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly spot on. All right, so that's enough about the offer. Let's go into opportunity. That's the second O in OOPS. Okay. It's really in qualifying whether something is good. You have to see that it has growth. Okay. The opportunity, like what most people do when they come to making money online, they plant a seed and then they try to pull it up by its roots to see if it's growing or not. Have you noticed that, Alan? It's like they want to make money like right now.
Yeah, or they plant the seed and just run as fast as they can away from it and never check on it again.
Yeah, exactly. So the opportunity is really to plant seeds, give them water. Okay, water is traffic, and then watch them grow. You see, the seeds that bear fruit are the ones that you planted a little while ago. So if you're not making money right now, the reason for that is you didn't plant seeds 90 days ago, right? Allowing, and then also gardening principles apply here. Once you have your plant growing, you want to prune it. You want to make sure that the there's no weeds killing it. And if there's flowers, you only pluck the flowers and you don't kill the whole plant, right? So you want to talk a little bit about the opportunity, because the opportunity is really seeing the long-term growth of your business.
Yeah, traffic's going to be the source of where everything comes from. Like traffic is so important to anything that you're running, whether it's, you're promoting, for to get people into your downline, or if you have your own, book and you're selling a book or something, like regardless of what you're selling, what opportunity or offer you're selling, you're gonna, it's highly important to have traffic generation as the key. Otherwise, you're just sort of sitting there and sort of like, if you build it, they will come kind of mentality, and you can't have that. That's, you have to take action. And there's two ways to do that, either paid traffic or free traffic. One involves more money, one involves more time, of course, right? So the free is more time invested, the paid is more money invested. So but you basically then choose what kind of traffic you want to focus on, and do that and drive into whatever opportunity that you see once you know it's a good opportunity and a good offer.
Thank you, Alan. And so the next letter is price. The price of the offer is a major deciding factor on whether people will buy it based upon how much value is being delivered through the previous steps. So you basically want to come up with a really good offer. Think Starbucks, lots of customization. Everybody wants it. You want to make sure it has growth potential, and make sure the entry level is a low price. And these are like the first three ingredients that I think are so critical. You want to comment on price and how important the low price point is to get people started into your funnel?
Yeah, so in marketing terms, this is called a tripwire. And what that means is you want to get low hanging fruit, someone to take basically a small action at first. Okay, whether it's signing up for something, giving their email address. And then of course, one step up from that is, spending 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks with you. And then you ascend them pretty much. Okay. It's called the ascension model. And you work these leads up, this traffic to as they become to know, like, and trust you more and more. You're able to build a relationship and establish a relationship and sell them more and more stuff, and again, more expensive stuff, right? And so before you know it, you have someone that just gave you their email address to them buying a $5 to $20 product from you, and then you have them buying a more expensive product from you, and then you have them buying, next thing you know, a $5,000 product for you. And I know that's a lot of what you guys do is have $500,000, $2,000 commissions paid out, and that's how you work people up to that.
Exactly. But what is your goal? Your goal is to serve them. And this idea of service, symbolized by connecting these two worlds, in a nutshell, you basically sell people what they want and then give them what they need, right? And that's like, these two kind of go together. So let's talk a little bit about this idea of serving, because the offer that we've been promoting for the past 2 weeks or so has all these ingredients. It really does. And a lot of people, the reason they're struggling to make money online is because they're missing one of these ingredients, right? The offer may not be that good, okay? Or they're not positioning it in the prospect's mind really well. The opportunity isn't there with growth potential. Yours does have that, right? There's a step-by-step process once you come in at the coffee shop level where you buy a cup of coffee. You can actually go in and invest more money and get more value. The price points are competitive to those in the industry. In other words, you're not trying to sell a $10 cup of coffee. You're selling a cup of coffee that basically sells at the same price that a cup of coffee does sell for. And then you over deliver, right? You over deliver. And what that does is it creates a reciprocal obligation in your prospect's mind that, wow, these guys, Alan, Anthony, and Vic, have over delivered on this tiny little investment I made. And I want to get more of that. I want to get more of that. And see, that's serving people by giving them what they want, which is traffic and leads and education, but then give them what they really, really need. And you've been doing that in these webinars, and I've been listening to every single one of these bonus trainings. They've been like an hour and a half each. So it's like 3 hours of additional training that happened last week was session number 1. This week was session number 2. And all of that training is sitting there inside of our Facebook group. We're going to go more into that later. So let me just give you a summary of the OOPS method. It's basically qualifying the offer, the opportunity, the price, and service. Okay.
Yeah, so basically, if you are on the fence, I'm not sure if you're the best fit to work with us because it's $5.60, and we're giving you a year listing in our gift engine and the ability to invite people to get $40,000, $50,000 plus of value, and then they come to the giveaway and you acquire the leads when they download your gift. You're able to piggyback off the legends of this marketplace. Victor, myself, Peter, we'll have gifts in there. You know, Anthony, of course. You know, Matt Basak. You know, Sean Casey. Some of the biggest legends in our industry are going to be listed in there, and you can include those names in your invite. So you're instantly building yourself up as an authority. You're giving people goodwill, 40, 50 grand worth of stuff, right, for free. And then you simply mail them stuff. Easy one up, build it all. You get them into your programs, get some high ticket deals. That becomes so easy. There's a threshold or a resistance. Okay. If you tried to just call someone like your mom and say, hey, let me sell you a $2,000 deal, there's a lot of resistance there. There's a lot of objections. If you tear down all the barriers by being simply nice to them, hey, who would have thunk it? Be nice, give goodwill, give value, okay? Expecting nothing back. But when the time comes for you to promote something, then they will be willing to listen with their walls down, okay? And so it's imperative that you start that process by A, building a list. We all know that by now the money's in the list. And B, do so by giving a ton of value and leveraging the biggest names in our industry to build yourself up as an authority in your business, in your company. That's all I have on that. But thank you so much for joining, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us. And please get back to the person who sent you this video and click the button below this video, wherever you may see it, and it will automatically bring you into the program that we've been talking about. So on that note, I'll bid you all good night and see you in the next one.
See you guys. Thanks for joining.